Let's say you're no fan. How bad a week has it been for him?
It's been a catastrophic week. I think, we started the week with him on Monday using a racial slur about Native Americans. On Tuesday, he attacked black athletes on Twitter. On Wednesday, he spread anti-Muslim videos from a neo-fascist, Britain First organization here. Had a diplomatic row with the closest and most important ally, the United Kingdom, and then ended the week on Friday with his national security advisor, who is, by the way, an unregistered foreign agent for various foreign governments, who is now...
Flynn is a...
He was an unregistered foreign agent, yes. This has been admitted. I mean, he took over $500,000 from the Turkish government and also was allegedly in discussions to kidnap one of Erdogan's enemies who lives in the U.S.
And deliver him back to Turkey. Is that alleged or a fact?
So that's alleged still, but that's something that's part of the Mueller investigation. Anyway, he pleaded guilty yesterday to lying to the FBI about his contact with the Russians and is now cooperating as a witness against potentially Donald Trump. And there are also reports that are very credible that Jared Kushner, Trump's son-in-law, was involved in directing these communications. I mean, this goes to the highest levels. It's imperiling Trump's presidency, and it puts to rest any possible myth that any aspect of this investigation is, as Trump would say, fake news. So, I mean, it was an absolutely catastrophic week. He tried to mainstream a neo-fascist hate group here in the UK, and then, had his national security advisor plead guilty, which is, by the way, the fourth person in Trump's team that has been indicted for a crime.
So Papadopoulos was the Manafort,
and then there's Gates as well, who is Manafort's colleague. But these are not peripheral players. Manafort was Trump's campaign chairman. Flynn was his national security advisor. So he put an unregistered foreign agent in charge of national security in the U.S. who lied to the FBI.
So Manafort was accused of defrauding the United States in dealings with the Ukraine, wasn't he?
Yeah, and various money laundering charges as well. Not disclosing foreign lobbying that he did, which obviously would have affected the campaign because it was making contact with foreign governments. I mean, there's this huge morass of behavior that is unethical and much of it illegal.
On Flynn, didn't Trump ask James Comey, who was then the director of the FBI, to back off the Flynn investigation before firing him?
This is one of the really important parts of the investigation, is the obstruction of justice claims. So basically what happened was Flynn talked to the FBI. He lied to them. He pled guilty to doing that yesterday. Then Trump's...
Just remind me what that lie is that he's admitted to.
So he admitted to lying about the fact that he had secret communications with the Russians during the transition related to sanctions, right? And this might be very important because it may be a quid pro quo. It's alleged, right? That the allegation is basically that in response to helping Trump win the election, that sanctions relief would be provided. And Flynn did talk to the Russians about sanctions during the transition period in late December, lied to the FBI about it, did it in secret. Then Trump's acting attorney general, Sally Yates, warned Trump about this. He fired her. And then after that, he asked Comey to drop the investigation into Flynn, and then he fired Comey. And then he admitted on national television that he fired Comey because of the Russia investigation. So,
is it normal for a transition team to talk to foreign powers before taking office?
Yes, and this is why you have to separate these things out. It's totally plausible that you could have communications with foreign governments. The level of communications between the Trump team and the Russians at this stage is extremely unusual, and the fact that they all lied about it repeatedly, not just publicly, but also to FBI investigators, really is a problem. But I mean, we also know that they set up a meeting in Trump Tower last summer in which they were offered high-level sensitive dirt on Hillary Clinton, and Trump Jr. responded to this email. I mean, we have the emails now, by saying, "I love it. When can we set up the meeting?" 3 hours after the meeting was confirmed, Donald Trump himself promised new damaging information on Hillary Clinton. I mean, these timelines are not coincidences. There's just so much information that makes it clear that this is a very real, very important scandal.